Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about the game tomorrow in the Europa League match day 3, a must win for Celtic as we go back over to Celtic Park to take on Sparta Prague, the first of a double header against them. It's going to be very interesting considering this is probably what has turned out to be the biggest game in the group for Celtic. We've came off the back of a couple of impressive performances now, especially against Aberdeen at the weekend. Sparta Prague have been battered so far. So really, Celtic need to get the 3 points from this. We're going to talk about everything from the team selection to my match predictions to the opposition in this video, right after the intro. Very quickly before we actually get into the video, make sure to check out the channel sponsors in the top line of the description below. Download the OneFootball app through my link in that description. The OneFootball app, of course, gives you everything you need in terms of football and stats, results, league tables, transfer news, everything else that you would like to see. Stuff that you would normally get from me, but on a more consistent and handy basis. You know, just pull out your pocket and it's there. If you want to keep up with Celtic's Europa League group and opponents, make sure to check that out in the description. Download through the link and enjoy that. Right then, Celtic taking on Sparta Prague. As we've already mentioned, both games that they have played so far, they have been battered. 3-0 and 4-1 losses to the hands of Lille and AC Milan respectively. Celtic only with 1 point in the group. We're not much better off than them, but a very impressive first half performance last week against Lille, which shows that there is some form of improvement happening in the European stage, despite our loss to number 1 Ferencváros in the qualifiers, and then our loss to AC Milan in the opening day of the group stage. Look, we know we're a team that's capable of doing this. Yes, they were the second seeded side in this group, but it looks as though they're going to be the team who finishes bottom. If not them, then probably us. But this is a game we need to win, and ultimately I think it's the tie that we need to take 6 points from. We didn't open too well against AC Milan, and now we need favours to be done so we can try and get through to that last 32 stage. If we play anywhere near the level we did in the opening 45 minutes last week and the opening 45 at Hampden against Aberdeen at the weekend, there is no doubt in my mind we can win this game. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be any sort of battering from us. I know they have been battered off AC Milan and Lille, but let's be honest, we'll probably leave this quite tight. We'll probably leave it a close affair. 1 goal win. That's what I see wrote all over it for us at Celtic Park. The banners are out, the motivation is there, the players now just need to respond. Neil Lennon looks to have turned a corner. I've said already, let's not get it over our heads, let's not get too excited and build something up that's only been a couple of games. There's still a long way to go. The recovery from what was a poor slump isn't complete yet. Just because we've had 1 win in the last 5 doesn't mean we're back. We've not put that form away yet. We need to do it over the course of a few games now, and what we really need to do is answer the critics. And we've already started it, we just need to finish it, and it starts with a run of games. Of course, the international break is coming up, so it's coming at a time for Celtic which is probably decent enough. It might be quite annoying in terms of stopping the momentum we're building now. But look, let's talk about Aberdeen at the weekend. The football we were playing. It was liquid football at times. It was beautiful. Scott Brown and many others have dubbed it the best 45 minutes, that first half anyway, the best 45 minutes of football we've played in 18 months. And I couldn't disagree. I can't. I'm not saying we've not played good football in the last 18 months, because we have. Oh, there's a reason we went on to win Scottish Cups, league titles, be 13 points clear at the top of the league. There's a reason for that. But in terms of on-the-park performances, some of the stuff we seen at Hampden at the weekend was just beautiful. A lot of it coming down to the man Tom Rogic in the middle of the park. He was the kind of catalyst for it all. But that football was so similar and so reminiscent of the times we had under Brendan Rodgers at the peak of it all. You know, the 17-18 season where it was just gorgeous. We were unbelievable. We were taking any opposition and walking them off the park. Not so much in Europe, not so much in Europe, but we were brilliant. And it was fun to watch at all times. We looked as though we could carve anybody up no matter how they set up. It was so reminiscent of that, and we need to replicate that now tomorrow night. Sparta Prague are going to come here and be difficult to beat, and we'll get on to them. It's not going to be a walk in the park by any means, but if we play anywhere near the levels we have over the last 2 games, I don't see why we can't, do the exact same thing. The key is the attack. Yes, defensively we've got to focus. We've got to get our concentration levels back. There's still mistakes there. You've seen at the weekend, Near Baton had a major slip up. Didn't lead to much, but things like that we will be punished. Shane Duffy Still only a 6 or 7 out of 10 performance from him at the weekend. We need their levels upped. We need 9s, 10 out of 10 performances. But going forward is where it has to be done. We've been more ruthless. We've been clinical. We've actually been taking chances. The chance that Ryan Christie scored at the weekend, the shot that he put in the back of the net, one of the goals of the season, no doubt. It was unbelievable. What a strike. We don't get that often enough. When Ryan Christie's shooting from range, it's going either into section 4-1-2 up in the top corner, or it's going out for a goal kick. You know, it's not happening. It's never gone on target. El Yunusi getting in the end of that cross, putting it in the back of the net, brilliant. We've not seen that ruthlessness in attacking the ball. Having Edouard back is massive, and for a European night is even bigger than having him back for a league game. The way that he performs on European occasions is what ultimately gets him the price tag that we all float about. We all say he's a £40 million player, £40 million player. There's a reason for that, and that's for his performances in these big games. Attacking is the key. Look, defensively, I'm not saying just switch off and just act like we don't need to, because all it takes is 1-2 counter-attacks. That's it for Celtic. Floodgates are open, Sparta Prague get a goal, Scott Bain makes a mistake, the defence isn't there to recover. You know, that's the story of Celtic's defensive performances. It's mistakes that lead to us conceding goals, which shouldn't happen. But if we go forward and play with the same intent that we have in the last couple of games, with a ruthlessness moving up the park, and authority, if you like, I have no doubt that we'll score early on and we'll get ourselves in a position where we can go and win the game. Let's not blow any 2-0 leads nowadays, right enough. Let's not do that. Let's put that behind us. Happened away from home. We're now on our own turf. Let's put the ball in the back of the net as many times as possible. Rogic is key. Christie on that right hand side right now is playing like a natural right winger. El Yunusi has been on fire the last couple of games. Edouard is back. You've got Griffiths and Ayeti coming off the bench. You've got McGregor who can drive forward. You've got Ncham who has a goal in him from time to time. Our attacking prowess is a position which is probably one of the best in that group. In the Europa League, we have a very good attack. One of the best attacks in the Europa League, probably, taking away your Tottenham Hotspurs and all those sort of teams, your Leicester Cities, because I've got Jamie Vardy. But we're up there. We should be able to score goals into teams. So let's turn on that ruthlessness once more. The opponents, Sparta Prague, let's not underestimate them. They are looking like the weakest team in the group at the minute, of course, judging off the first 2 games. They've taken 2 defeats. But they are top of their respective league table, top of that. It's the Czech Republic, isn't it? Top of that league in very convincing fashion. 6 games played, 6 wins. They're joint top of the table with Slavia, I believe. They're scoring goals. They've barely conceded. It's a similar tale to what we've already seen between AC Milan and Lille. We've been handed a tough group. We know that. We've got 3 league leaders at the time we've played them in this group stage, which isn't exactly handy. It's a team who last year were, rightfully enough, deserving of a second seeded pot team in the Europa League. They're going to do a lot of damage. They've done well this season. I say they're going to do a lot of damage. Let me rephrase that. They could do a lot of damage. Let's just calm down there, Ryan. We've got hope for Celtic here. Finishing 3rd last season in their domestic division and also winning the Czech Cup. Yes, they won the domestic trophy. It's a team that knows how to do damage. And that's why I was saying that in the last clip there. They can if they want to. They have got a ruthlessness about their game. They've scored 5 goals in 1 game this season. Celtic have also done that, but they've been more ruthless in their games in terms of scoring goals consistently to a higher level. We need to match that, but I don't think they're going to come to Celtic Park and play like that. Look at the start of the group they've had. These 2 batters. Why can I not talk today? They 2 Barons, they've been murdered by AC Milan and Lille. They'll come to Celtic Park hoping for a result, and by doing that they'll probably set up defensively, make sure that we can't get in. They'll be seeing the way we've played over the last 2 games, more focused on the Lille game for themselves, of course. That's what matters more to them. They'll probably come with a more defensive approach, but it's one of their teams that on the counter-attack, they'll be able to score. They'll be able to get goals, no doubt about it. They have Libor Kozak. Remember him? Did he not play for Aston Villa? He was rank rotten. 31 now, Jesus Christ almighty. Look, we're better than them. I'm not going to hide away from that. We are. We should be winning at Celtic Park. We need a good indication from this performance as to what we can expect from the away leg. We need confidence, we need momentum. So let's make sure we go out there and make a statement tomorrow night. Let's not sit back, let's not make it nervy, and let's not give away anything stupid. Finally, the team and score predictions. Don't change but don't fix something that's not broken. That's the saying, isn't it? Let's not change the team that massively. I do have a feeling, and I don't think he will, but it makes sense. I have a feeling that both Edouard and Rogic will drop out of the team tomorrow. I think they'll appear in the game. I think they will definitely get minutes under their belt, and I think that they could come on and make an impact. But we have a big game at the weekend too. Not going to be easy. Continuing on in the league is probably a priority at the minute, because especially the fact we're 9 points behind now. 2 games in hand, of course, but we're 9 points behind. We need to save our best players and best performances to catch up on Rangers probably at the moment. I think Rogic and Edouard will dip out and come on later on in the game. I think Ayeti will be brought back in, and I think Ncham will be brought back in to the starting lineup. Apart from that, I don't see anything changing. I think Bain will keep his place in goals. A clean sheet at the weekend for him, of course. I don't see why he would make any other changes. I would love Rogic and Edouard to start, don't get me wrong, but I do have a feeling they will drop out, and Ncham and Ncham and Ayeti will come back into fold. That's the team for me. If you don't remember what the team is without me reading out everybody else, and go and remind yourself, because I've already been speaking for 14 minutes here, so I'm trying to get this done quick. Score prediction: Celtic 2, Sparta Prague 0. Yep, 2-0 Celtic is what I'm going to go with. I'm confident, I'm optimistic, and that's what matters. Anyway, if you've enjoyed, make sure to like and subscribe. It's all much appreciated, and I'll see you all next time.